body image.
Yeah. We are going back to what now we are want to talk about common social perceptions about body image for both men and women, trends, beauty standards, stuff like that. And I think to even just kick this off, what I'd say is, for me, beauty standards or beauty standards like for us, for guys, chicks.
Please remember, beards are makeup for men.
Actually, let me talk about beards. Let me talk about beards. I never had a beard before. The most I had were sideburns. They weren't bad. They were okay. They were okay. Not little strings. They were a good
Yeah,
width.
Nini was connecting.
They are not yet. We were just here. Just here. I mean, that's how you start. Then now you start growing because you still not got the
Okay,
place
me,
where you
my
can grow
beard
this.
never grew, so I don't know.
Wow. Okay. We thank God. We thank God. Yeah. So I only had sideburns. That's it. Yeah. I didn't have what do you call it? I didn't even have a goatee. I just had sideburns and the mustache. That's it. But later on, but see, then it wasn't really a thing. But then having a full beard became a thing, you know. But if I look at it even from, I guess it got lost somewhere, because if I look at, for example, my dad's pictures from when he was in campus and then he just started working, he had a full beard the whole time. When I look at pictures of him and his friends, again, those who were able to keep beards had full beards, you know. But also we can argue about not too many barbers in the trade, also how to line those things. So you just grow and you maintain it as is. So anyway, I never had a beard. And then now I went to the UK for my master's. And I started seeing men with beards. And it was, you have a beard and damn, I want to grow a beard. But how do I do it? Because I don't have so much hair. Now
Close your eyes and you
trying.
manifest.
And I started having a goatee. We started having the haircut being, and they started growing a bit. So, I mean, I thank God for, shout out to my barber from the UK, man. It's called DK. DK is a guy from Ghana, bro, man. That guy made a thing happen. So by the time I was coming to Kenya, now it was to let the hair grow. He really did, because he knew how to line and make the hair grow in the places where he's done his outline.
So anaweza nisaidia eyebrows.
I don't think it works like that.
Guys.
I don't think it works like that. So yeah, the beard started growing. Now when I came back to Kenya, it was, now we need to work on growth. I mean, we've seen these things of beard oil and all these things. I mean, at some point I've tried it.
But you have a comb for your beard.
I do.
Nilikuona.
I carry it around all the time, you know. And yes, now I think I've gotten to the point where I have unapenda kumlika watu.
Nika lip gloss, mimi na lip gloss.
I will not lose my train of thought. I will not lose it. Yeah, man. So I've grown the beard, and then now there's being bald is also a thing as well. So it has added to the body image.
When did you embrace it?
September last year.
When
Struggling
the hair
hairline.
started.
Struggling hairline.
When we first met, you had hair.
I did. When I met you in 2015, I had hair, bro.
Just saying.
Today is my day, huh? Okay. Today is the day.
Unachezewa kiatu
Today is the
hapa
day.
mse.
Today is the day. It's okay. I will not be caught sleeping. No, I had hair. I had my hairline was intact, but it's just been receding,
Then it was
receding.
with your forehead.
And then my hair started thinning over here. So it just got to a point. I used to go to the barber shop once a week. It used to be once every 2 weeks. It's been once a week. But the length of where I allow it to grow it to has been, decreasing. Like right now, I feel like my hair is too long. So I'm looking at tomorrow going to the barber shop.
Wait.
Yeah. The little that you're seeing, I feel like it's too long. But it's because I've embraced the baldness. But I think I've embraced the baldness because, again, there's that thing of, I think you look good bald. Then another thing, at least uko uko na mashurubu, so at least ni sawa.
At least
It
uko na
compensates.
ndevu.
At least uko na ndevu, it compensates. So I'm like, okay, if I didn't have the ndevu, what would my image be acceptable?
We wouldn't see you.
A walking ghost.
We-
Alafu ukonde. That's it.
Then
bro.
nikonde.
Oh, bro.
I'm done. Just hide in a corner and not exist.
The Grim Reaper.
Man, just hide in a corner and not exist.
You'd be like Mkamba wa Athi River.
Mkamba wa Athi River.
Unajua Wakamba they struggle with beard.
They really do.
Most of them.
Yeah.
I think
A lot
the
of
one-
Kambas suffer with beards.
I want to say something.
Our guys at the back there, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
If you're a Kamba and you have beards, this is just side.
Man, you God's favorite child.
Yeah.
You God's favorite child, my guy. You God's favorite child.
So on the
Continue.
topic of hair, I want to jump in really quickly.
Okay.
So for the longest time, like I had shoulder length hair. You've never seen me with hair, bro. Hey.
Mi nilikuwa na huko.
Sasa nikaanza shwa.
Mohawk.
But okay, first I just cut it all off. Then I looked like a little boy for a while. From here. Like a very young, very, very cute boy. Then I started letting it grow, and then I was like, oh, I want an afro. But the thing is, my hair grows like this. Inapendana sana.
Or it tangles.
Inashikana sana.
Okay.
So like taking care of that hair was a lot. Like it was like a reasonably sized afro. Then I was like, what can I do? What can I? So nikasema, let me shave the back and the sides. Whoa. Then I got a fade. Then I looked like a lesbian for a bit. I'm sure there are people who are wondering. We are not discussing that today.
Okay.
Yes, I know people who are wondering.
Put yourself
Podcast
at
episode
the
for
top
another day.
of that list.
Yes.
So, and then I used to ride bikes. So because of the helmet, your hair really just doesn't matter. Because how you leave home in the morning
It's
with
not
the
how
helmet
you,
on,
I go back.
and then it just flattens everything. So that's why I used to keep my hair short.
Ish.
Then now that I haven't been riding as much, I'm growing out my hair. And I'm like, wow, this is a lot of work. So what's the next step?
Right.
Is it locks? Do I relax it and have shoulder length hair again? What's the point? But the thing is, when I cut my hair, I remember someone commented and told me, man, you've made the worst decision ever. I was like, hala? Sinywele ni yangu mse, nimekata kama kucha. Like they were like, oh, you know, a woman's crowning glory is her hair. She must have hair all the time. You know, all your strength is in your hair. I'm like, unajaribu kunita Samson. What's going on, Delilah?
Pun intended.
So, like, it's always been, hair has always been at the top of people's minds about how women should look. Your hair should be a certain kind of way. If it's not long and wavy, we don't want it.
And
so
relaxed.
that's why people who work in the hair industry are making a lot of money, especially off of like women of color. Because you have people who make wigs, you have people who make like the chemical relaxers and texturizers.
Braids now.
And then there's braids, there's people who make hair products. They're making a lot of money because the bar keeps moving. Like I'll wake up bald one day
Keeps
and
shifting.
then naambiwa bana shainisha kisogo yako imeparara. So you have to buy like product. Then maybe I have natural hair, niambiwe guy, your hair looks a bit dry, madam. Unataka
What's
kujisaidia?
going on?
You know, for special occasions,
Yeah.
we have a wig for you. It is only 150,000 shillings. You see, like things like that. So there's a lot that goes on around body image from society. Like things keep changing. The goalpost keeps shifting as to what is acceptable, what is beautiful, what's professional.
Oh, what's professional is
Yeah.
another thing.
Yeah.
What's professional? Yeah. Yeesh.
Bill, what's your hair story?
I mean, me when I met you didn't have such hair, but hey. Well, I guess now the shaggy,
You had
the shaggy,
a
the shaggy
helmet
lifestyle now.
on your head,
What are
so
you trying to
nitakusamehea.
You had no hair.
What are you trying
Your
to
hair
say?
was a lot shorter. A lot shorter when I met
Niko
you.
unanyolewa nikaa.
I was professional then.
Now you.
Now you're not.
Now I'm a professional.
What's the difference?
What's
How
the
you,
difference?
how you say it.
Only.
Yes.
So management.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sawa. Tell us.
Potato.
Your hair
Beauty
journey.
standards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I think. Can you repeat the question, please?
What's your hair story? Or
What's
do
your
you
hair
have
story?
A story
Like,
about
do you have a story
how-
about your hair, or is it just, or if it's not about your hair, it could be about your physique?
Or what
how
a story about my
society
hair?
has
In terms of
influenced
society
your
now,
body
yeah.
image.
People keep threatening me, saying the moment I shave, I'll get a bald.
A bald spot.
Yes, they say that I'll have a bald spot.
So, can I
Where?
just tell you?
Yeah.
Let me just break the news gently.
No,
Now,
I don't.
Not on
need-
this
kipara
podcast.
yako inaanzia hapa. Usilie.
And you had it here first.
You had it here first.
You see?
Live.
Hair story. I think not. I think I have. I'm not attached to my hair.
Okay.
I'm not attached to my hair. I'm not attached to my beards. When I go to the barber, and in most cases, sorry.
Which beard?
Munipatie miwani, please.
Which beard? But continue, please. Sorry, I interrupted. It's rude to interrupt people when they're speaking. I'm sorry.
Usilie, daddy.
Don't cut me short.
I know you get.
I have 3
If
words.
you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Let me finish.
So I in most cases every time I go to the barber,
Yeah.
I really don't have a preset style that I want to the haircut that I want to try.
Okay.
So in most cases I just go in there and then like, what do you have in mind? And then he tries something. In most cases I always leave my barber shop disappointed because we are always trying something new. But the moral of the story is I'm not attached to my hair.
Okay.
I'm not attached to my beard. So every time I try something new, people always come guns blazing at me because they're disappointed or because they were emotionally attached to the previous hairstyle.
Yeah.
Like every once a year, I'm supposed to shave bald. I keep telling myself, every once a year I shave bald. So I haven't done it this year. So I'll do it along the way. Wow.
I mean, I remember you with, with short hair. Then I'm just like, but I've seen you with your hair for such a long time.
We can't
If you-
remember
but
what it looks
if you
like.
did the change, like, I'd not have a problem with it. And I think that's where a lot of people
Okay,
go
but
wrong.
also it's on your body, you know.
Yeah,
It
a
has
lot of
nothing
people go
to
wrong.
do with any of us.
Yeah. No, a lot of people just go wrong in terms of, like, if either of us makes a change. So, for example, something I've noted that happens is like a lot of ladies with dreads, not even dreads actually, but not just dreads, just
Regular
long hair, regular hair, whether it's dreads, whether it's open, doesn't matter. But when they're going through like a life change that is having them start a new beginning,
It's not
a
that
lot of
deep,
a
though.
lot of women shave their hair,
Yeah.
and you still find again people like, I mean, there's of course the people who be like, yo, that's dope, you look great, but then those people, did you really have to cut your hair? I'm like, but bro, but it's none of your concern.
Excuse, wacha
The hair is on
niwaambie,
my head.
Shida zilizidi nywele. Like, are you going to take care of your hair or are you going to deal with the immediate problem?
I mean, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
There's the girls who, I mean, maybe managing the hair was a problem. But then now there's ladies I've spoken to who are like, okay, new beginning, and they felt that the way they could do the change was with the hair. And then now they get to do it on their terms. So I guess also there's a background
Yeah,
story.
I'm failing. Basi yangu ni, I get a tattoo and we move.
There's a background story, you know. Some, yeah, I see it could be a tattoo.
Yeah.
Then, you know, if you get into conversations like, when I talk about like things like gym, fitness and all these things,
Yeah.
you know, you go online, maybe follow a couple of guys who train, they are maybe personal trainers and stuff like that, or just train as their lifestyle, you know, but their bodies look some type of way, you know,
Yeah.
big arms, big chests, ripped core.
Yeah.
Big
Then their legs
Quads.
are also quite ripped, and stuff
Sizable
like that. But
quads.
then now you start getting into things like you keep wanting to chase that, you know, and you make it your life's mission to chase that, but you're not chasing it for you. You're chasing it to then look like that person. But then after that, what next? You know.
Yeah.
But then now you hear this other, you know, hidden stories of guys doing like either it's like plastic surgery or
Yeah.
fat transfers and stuff like that.
Watu wa BBL mumefikiwa. Welcome,
What a
welcome.
BBL. You know, and stuff like that. And again, people having opinions about, you know, like, oh, why did you have to do a BBL? I think for me, I don't have a problem if you want to do a BBL, just get the right guy to do it.
Yeah.
Just get the right guy to do it. Because sometimes, I mean, there's what you vision for yourself, but there's what your body can achieve.
Yeah.
So there's this show. It is called Botched.
Botched. I've heard of botched.
Before you ever try and surgically enhance your body, please go watch that show and then do a lot of research and find out what could possibly go wrong. Effects also include death.
That's true.
So we start from there, and then now things could go horribly wrong. Maybe your implants are leaking or they're poisoning you.
Yes.
So there's
I've heard
so
of that.
much that could go wrong, and then everybody is different. Especially under surgery, my body will react differently to your body, to anyone else's body. And if the doctor isn't aware of that, that could also lead to problems for you. I wanted to come back to the hair thing, to this thing that Nairobi barbers like to do to men. Mukipakwa ile dye, my guy. What's that about?
Oh my God.
Ama nimekanyanga waya.
No. You haven't. I've never done it before, but I've seen very many dudes do it. You know, you go to the barber shop and then you dye your hair. Maybe they're coming from the place of they're still not ready to accept the color change that the hair has.
I'm not even talking about like dyeing your grays. Like unanyolewa, like let's say it's a fade.
Oh wait.
And then you
I get what you're saying.
Where nani?
So there's a certain length, let's say like just above this, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you dye that.
Yeah.
You dye
Ama
mpaka
you-
your beard.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
bro, it's a whole thing. And I've never done it. I've never really I've seen it in the barber shop very many times, but I never get it. But the guys who I see doing it are guys I don't know. Then I'm also that guy. I don't like having awkward conversations with guys I don't know.
I think when you go to a barber shop,
Yeah.
there are those pictures that you see
Kina
on the wall.
Ludacris.
Kina Ludacris. I think it's those guys.
So the
those
same way
guys
you
are
see,
misleading them.
Yeah. So the same way, like for me, maybe I'd see someone online having a certain body type with regard to gym.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that applies maybe with someone in the barber
Yes.
shop. So you go
Yes.
see those charts, and you're
I
like,
remember
number 23.
earlier
nieke
on,
hiyo.
earlier on, when you go to a barber shop, you used to pick.
Yeah, that's how it was actually.
And then they
Ole
never,
wako if your
Yeah.
head shape is
There
not
There's
like
head
that.
shape. You don't
there
even have
was
that
no
conversation.
education in terms of okay, hii haiwezi na wewe, huyo hii haiwezi
Exactly.
na like we chagua tu, and then
I'll give you a funny hair story. In high school, there's a former classmate of mine called Jacob. Jacob had the best afro in St. Mary's. Like I can, from at least the time I was there.
This episode has been brought to you by Bureau Time. Bureau Time designs ergonomic, pioneer, and environmentalist office furniture, which is the biz for attractive, productive, creative, and functional working places.
Yeah, there's a former classmate of mine called Jacob. And during the time I was in St. Mary's, this guy had, frankly speaking, the best afro. And I link it to, you know, like in the 80s, soul, this black American men doing soul. And the type
Bruno
of
Mars.
the very round afro that they have.
Really?
This guy's hair was healthy. It was dark the way it was, no dye. He'd comb it out and it was perfect.
Did he walk
So-
around with a comb in it?
He did. Sometimes.
that's
He
my
did
guy.
sometimes. He did sometimes. And it gave it like a culture that, and I used to look at him and I'm like, damn, this guy is really cool. On top of that, he was really that guy who was good at basketball. He was good at football. He was good at rugby. He was good at athletics. Like he was that guy. You know, he's in high school and you have girls in IB. Oh, then he was good at guitar and piano. So this guy had it all.
Character developer.
And then also,
Hey.
he was a bright kid. Like, he was good in school. So I'm like, this guy was doing far too much.
No,
you
that's a
He was
very
doing far too
complicated
much.
situation for ladies.
Now, this is the funny thing. Us guys trying to be Jacob.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of us guys, what we try to do is we try to grow our hair. So that, like, on the weekends, when we are like in the estate or going out to hang out with friends, wherever, we'd comb out our hair. So the thing is, we'd grow, but we'd keep patting the hair down. But now the thing is, there's also some guys who got to realize that when they grew the hair a little too long, the color on top and the color in the middle and towards the roots is very different. So it will be dark, it starts lightening, and it'll go lighter.
Marasmus.
My guy. Then you start things like, if your hair tangles too much, like I had that issue. My hair tangles too much. And I'm just like, for me, I wanted to be Jacob. Yeah, I really wanted to be him. So it got to a point where, like, I'd grown my hair to a certain point, and I blow dried it. Worst mistake I ever did in my life. Because with blow drying, you can't pat it down.
Yeah.
It's straight.
Yes.
No one educated me in that. I was seeking an afro. So, bro, yeah, I blow dried it. I think 2 days later, I couldn't do it.
was a mess.
Self-image was a mess. So, you can't even wash it because you'll just look terrible. So, I just went to the barber and I told him, just shave the whole thing and we'll start afresh. And that was it.
Fun fact, you know me, I worked in a barber shop. Hey, nimeishi maisha.
Uliona
So-
baba.
Niliona wa baba. So, like, I used to see people with, like, different heads, different types of hair, people with beards, people with no beard. Then I was also being taught, like, how to shave beard.
Okay.
Kuna msee nilikosea. To this day, I am really sorry. Because he came in with a beard, he just wanted, like, a touch-up. Mimi ni nani?
snipped.
I finished the whole thing. When I finished, he looked 20 years younger.
Oh, my God.
And he was just like, it's okay. It's fine. So,
He didn't cause a scene?
no. He was a stand-up guy. He was a nice guy.
he was
He
a nice
knew
guy.
what happened.
Okay,
Like, aliambiwa ude majui kunywa watu. He's like, fanya, do the worst. And yeah, I did the worst. Ilinywa msee. Alienda home, bibi yake anauliza niaje? Kunaendaje? Are you cheating on me?
Guy. Who are you trying to look younger for?
Yeah.
Wewe?
About
Body,
hair.
society.
No, I think about beauty standards.
Unazubaaje?
Umezuba sana, bro. Umezuba sana, baba. Come back.
Beauty standards is just. I think a lot has to do with the fitness journey that I've had.
Okay.
Yeah, like once you start, there is a certain expectations of you.
Maintaining
Yeah,
that
there is
type
this
of
certain expectation, and then once you achieve, like, I think once you start going to the gym, people don't expect you to either fall back or to quit or to stop or to do something else. Yeah, once you go in there, they sign you for life. Like, they'll keep referring you or taking you
guy.
back to that point when you looked a certain way. Or how your abs looked or how your arms. Unakumbuka umse alikuwa gana bicep akifinya hivi na kaka ngumi. They'll always take you back to that moment.
No, that's a very common comment, by the way.
Yes,
it's a very
and,
common
and
comment.
it's a lot of pressure
Yeah.
to people who are on that journey. Like, even for me, where I go to the gym, I see people who are older than are in their 40s. People who were so excited about gymming in the past, in their 30s.
Yes.
They had chiseled abs. They had
Yeah.
perfect shoulders.
Yes.
They looked like the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Kenyan version of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
But now they're in their 40s, they're not excited anymore.
They're not.
Yeah, they just want to come in there, work out for like 20, 30 minutes and go.
And then go, yeah.
There's no fire. And now
There's no
people-
fire. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it could be a personal reason. It could be anything in your life. maybe you've decided, or maybe you've given up. It could be anything.
Could be anything.
But people still take them back to that day. Oh, you remember
Yeah,
those years?
man.
Oh, yeah. So I feel like it's as much as men don't verbalize it, it keeps eating us to some level. It
does, man.
It keeps affecting our day-to-day running. It keeps affecting how we interact or how we connect with other people.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
Personally, for me, I've gone through the same thing. You know, it's guys taking me back to a body that I had in 2012 to 2015. You know,
You had it for 3 years.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
Mine
tried.
lasted
Yo,
3
my
months.
cousin, Shazi. Shazi was, hey man, you get in the gym and he puts you to work, which was great. I mean, you get to also. I think for him it was more for, let's push you to see what you can achieve, kind of thing. Yeah, he really didn't care about other guys.
Yeah.
But I remember backstory when you and I met in 2015 at Trojan. We had a WhatsApp group in 2016 now. And these were men, women, all in the gym trying to achieve something. So for a lot of the ladies, it was weight loss, toned body. A lot of the dudes, it was how buff can you get? How much can you squat?
Yes.
How much can you bench?
Yes.
How much can you pull
Deadlift.
up? How much can you deadlift?
Yes.
And the issue with that is you see, let's say your boy doing, let's say 150 deadlift kilos, and you want to do
That's
that.
like 2 of me.
That's 2 of you.
Wow.
You want to do that, and you end up wanting to really be that guy. And a lot of the time, maybe you don't know much about your body, so sometimes you're trying to achieve that, then you get injured,
Yeah. Injuries
and now
come.
the injury sets you back even further. Because
yes.
now you can't work out. You can't work out to the levels that you're working out at. You're seeing the same guy for 150 stepping up to 160 to 170. Him no injury, but you have an injury. 200. PR on the group, guys are cheering this guy on. Woko bench, umekaa tu home, hawezi fanya kitu. Then so in that group, man, guys used to share, great personal stories, get great personal achievements. But a lot of the time there was also a lot of envy. Like I had a lot of envy. Like maybe I was not like this guy. I'm not benching like this guy. But then you're like, damn, now I have to be like this guy. But there's also other things. There's guys who maybe could have been taking some things on the side to get an advantage, that maybe wasn't being talked about. Or if it was talked about, it was on the hush kind of thing. So you're there, you're doing everything natural. But you're not getting to where this guy is, and you're getting equally frustrated. So you're not, the drive to just work out and have fun with it is not there.
Lost.
But now what I'm seeing of late is, I love the fact that regardless of your body size, guys are now getting back into, you do the thing the physical activity that you love.
Yeah.
So it's not about me lifting 150 kilos on a deadlift. It's, can I do the deadlift? Other than doing the deadlift, can I move from doing a deadlift to going to doing burpees? You find a lot of guys don't have that. That sort of like agility kind of thing. You have guys now who are doing triathlons. Like there's a guy who I've seen doing triathlons, and if you check his body, he could be mistaken for a guy who's just, after close of business at work, he goes to have kanyamana kamoja. But bro, this is a guy who's showing us on, in real time that this guy is cycling like 150 kilometers. After that, going into the pool and swimming another 3-5 kms, then running like a 1-2 kilometer jog. To me, bro, it's not a matter. Now it's not about the abs.
Yeah.
It's not about the big chest. It's not about the big arms and the big shoulders. It's what can your body do, and you feel good doing it.
Yeah,
You know,
and-
kind of
and you
thing.
enjoy
Do you
it.
enjoy, and then do you enjoy it? So I like that there's also community that's being built in certain gyms.
Yes.
Where guys are doing a lot of things. So it's guys who are boxing. CrossFit has become a huge thing now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they
And
always
I-
fight with bodybuilders. Man.
Now, but for me, CrossFit is more functional.
Yeah.
Because engaging your whole body at all times. These competitions that these two different gyms that Kina like guys in Alpha Fit are now into Fast Power are also in, and I like the competitions that they're doing. And man, literally could be a guy who's I don't know how small, but bro, the thing that he or she is able to do with their body, for me, it's amazing. Me and it's changed. It's changed a lot for me, you know. So
And,
yeah.
On that note, I think also another standards that have been set is now for everyone who goes to the gym, there is the supplement.
So guys feel the only way they can
the only way
they can
for you
work
to
out is-
achieve
yeah,
yes
have
is
to have a
use
protein
the
shake.
supplement.
have
Yes.
to have a pre-workout. Have to
Yeah.
have- bro, just go do it natural, man.
Drink coffee, eat a banana.
There's
do
also
it.
actually the natural way.
Yeah,
Drink coffee and have a banana.
for me, the reason why I don't like the idea is I remember a while back when we were at Trojan.
Yeah.
There are guys who we became friends at that time.
Yeah.
Who, when they didn't have money to buy themselves whey creatine, they would quit gym.
Yes.
They would quit. They'll stop going to the gym. Yes.
Yeah.
They'll stop going
Yep.
to the gym
Yep.
up
Yep.
until they get the money to buy
buy.
the
Then
whey,
they come back.
the creatine,
Yep.
whatever,
Yep.
so that they come back.
Yep.
And in long term, you would see them not attaining
Achieving
or
their
achieving
goals.
anything
Yeah.
because for you. You are there.
consistent.
They,
It has
yes,
to
you are
be for a certain
consistently in
period
there
of
for a
time.
period of time. So for them, collectively in a year, you would see them working out for like 3-4 months because these are the months they've been struggling financially.
Yeah, to get
for
the-
you,
yeah.
without the way you've been working out the whole year,
Yeah.
and then the results are there.
That's a there.
And
So
also
for-
about supplements, like I read somewhere, you just need to figure out food and your body, what you eat,
That's true.
what you consume,
That's
because
it.
we can't be put on earth and then we start looking for anything other than food to boost like how our bodies look like after
Yeah.
exercise, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to build muscle, the building blocks are there. Protein. Eat
Yes.
a protein heavy diet. If you're
Yeah.
looking to lose weight, reduce your intake of certain foods, reduce your portion size, or up your cardio. Like the formula is there. It's just how you work it out for yourself.
And I think the problem is I think we are just lazy. People want the easy way.
Want the easy way
People
out.
want the easy
People want
way.
the easy way
So
out,
as much
yeah.
as there are people who you will take time, sit them and take them through all this, tell them about their body intake, how much they need to burn, what are the foods, how can they eat healthy, how can they need to maintain a certain amount of food that they eat, how do they eat, what do they eat. But
How
after
much
all,
water they drink,
how
how
much water,
they sleep.
after taking them through all that, at the end of the day, they'll ask you, can I get whey protein for 6,000 bob?
Yes.
And you're like,
6K
Gade.
that you could use to pay your subscription.
Because for me, like all those supplements have their place, but
Yeah.
they're not for me. Like for me,
that's okay.
I'd rather work with what is readily available. Wacha niende nichinje kuku ya neighbor.
And you have your white
And
meat.
I have
You
my
your
white
meat,
meat,
you have
my
your
protein.
you have your
Yeah.
protein.
You know,
Yeah.
let
get
me
your
buy eggs from the neighbor.
I like that. For me, the main reason why I don't like supplements is I want to create a routine. I want to create a culture that I can sustain long term.
Yep.
Yes.
Whether I'm
Yep,
broke,
yep,
whether I'm
yep.
financially stable.
Yes.
So I don't want to create a culture that I can't sustain when I'm struggling financially.
Yeah.
Fact, Meji.
And with that,
Wait first, I have one story.
okay.
Story zangu haziishi.
Wow.
You guys made a mistake.
Okay.
So, this will touch on what's trending because I feel like we need to speak about it. Kim Kardashian's outfit at the Met Gala was donated by the estate of Marilyn Monroe. For those of you who don't know, Marilyn Monroe was like a really popular actress in America sometime in the past. And her body was of a certain type. They
Yes.
considered her plus size.
I had. Yes,
Yeah.
I had.
But if you look at her measurements, with today's dress sizes,
Yes.
I can fit in that dress in a certain way. Like, okay, labda itapita kwa magoti, but yeah, you get.
Yes.
So she was like a regular size. So there's this unrealistic ideal that women's clothing is, different across different kinds of women, like women of color. If you buy jeans or pants in China, the crotch is like,
Yeah.
things like that. And the thing that really struck me about Kim Kardashian is she went on a diet for 2 weeks, literally starving herself. And even when she put on the dress, she couldn't zip it up fully. So she had to wear like a jacket on the back to hide the fact that the dress couldn't fit her. Then when she got into the gala, she changed and wore like a replica. And I was like, wow, the things people do,
Things people do.
Yeah.
in order to be seen as beautiful or deemed
Yeah.
as beautiful.
Yes.
And I feel like as someone in the limelight like that, you have a responsibility because there are people who look up to her, there are kids who look up to her, and they'll think that what she did is normal. So the diet culture in America is very harmful in that way. That's why you have disorders springing up, like anorexia, bulimia, people like looking at their bodies and thinking, man, I'm fat,
Or I'm ugly.
but or I'm ugly, or my nose must be a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
And I feel like her and her sisters, especially Chloe, need to check and come correct and start telling young girls especially to love their bodies, because you're just perpetuating the violence upon the next generation of women, and they'll get to that point and it's not sustainable.
Yeah. You're setting
It's not
unrealistic
sustainable,
beauty
bro.
standards.
It's not
Yeah.
sustainable. Yeah. and then-
Even it's not even attainable to you.
Yeah.
So
But
you
you
so
said
you end
yes.
up so you end up doing a few things
Yes.
to achieve that.
Yes.
But you won't say it, and you say
Yes.
I've been gymming.
Yeah.
I've been keeping in the gym, and that's it's not true. So there's a lot of false advertising,
True.
and it is now changing lives of people. And that social responsibility is something these guys of influence lack.
Yeah.
If you're going to look a certain way, just be honest about why you look that way.
Yeah. Just
Say I did this, I did that, and that's your decision.
Yeah.
And you put it that it's not a must you do what I do. But when you say that, or when you act like what you've done is the law of the land, and you have that amount of following, people will stop their lives and change them just to achieve that.
Any human being has got that one person who they'll do anything to
For.
listen to.
Yep.
Or they'll copy everything as they say.
Fact.
Now can we wrap it up?
Yes.
We can rap.
I think as we wrap it up, please, if you're watching or if you're listening,
Yes.
for those who are watching on YouTube, you can you can subscribe, and
Notification
you
bell.
can comment, you can ding the bell.
Ding the bell so you get
that every time
notifications.
we post something,
You get
you get
notified.
to be on the VIP
Yeah.
seat. Yeah, for those who are listening from your preferred podcast space, you
Yeah.
can follow, you can subscribe.
Yes.
And for those also who have been watching us on YouTube and don't know if we are on other podcast platform, you can find us in your favorite or your preferred podcast platform.
Yes. So Castbox, Google Podcasts,
Yes.
Spotify. Deezer.
Anchor.
Funny, you
Anchor.
don't want people to share? Haven't
Oh,
you?
No,
they
share,
can also share.
So
Yes.
Watch, like,
Yes.
share, subscribe.
and ding the bell.
Ding the bell. Ding
Yes.
the bell. Ding the bell.
Ding, ding, ding,
As
ding.
always,
been
this
a
is a
pleasure,
platform where men and women are willing to strip down their ego and be authentic and vulnerable while they share their stories. This is the Naked Ego Podcast. Thank you for listening. Peace out.
Peace.
Bye.